What can $2 million get you in Auckland? A nice house, a fancy car, a launch? I don't know about those things. How about a Colin McCahon painting, which is expected to fetch about that at an auction at Webb's? Webb's Director of Art, Charles Neno, joins us now. Good morning to you, Charles.
Good morning.
Quite the collection by the sounds of it, but there's one piece in particular that's creating a lot of chat.
It's an amazing collection, and it includes one of the last 3 paintings that Colin McCahon ever made. Is there anything of which one can say, look, this is new? And these works, it feels like you've seen them all the time because they're so iconic. White text on a big black background. But the reality is there are very few of them. He stopped painting about 5 years before he passed away. And as I say, this is one of the last 3 paintings that he ever made. One of the others is in Australia in the National Gallery of Victoria. And the other one is tightly held in a private collection. This is the very first work from that series to be offered to the market.
What are you expecting that to go for? And presumably you would have had a bit of interest in the lead up to this auction.
Absolutely. We've had thousands of people through the gallery, and we've taken the works on tour around the country. Now they're on view at our premises in Mount Eden in Auckland, and it carries a pre-sale estimate of $1.5 to $2.5 million. It's unquestionably the most important painting by Colin McCahon ever sold at auction, and quite possibly the most important New Zealand painting ever offered at auction.
Charles, do you think this is likely to stay in New Zealand or potentially go offshore?
I would really love for the work to stay in New Zealand. A collector taking overseas would need to get permission from the government because it's a very important object. But I would love to see it stay here in New Zealand where it belongs.
How did this collection come together and be assembled? Because you've said that this perhaps might not be seen again in New Zealand, a collection of this type.
Yeah, the collection is amazing. It's got an amazing story. It was assembled between 1982 and 1987 by the legendary Wellington art dealer Peter McLeavy, and it's quite a unique collection in that way. Most corporate collections were usually assembled by someone who worked there, and it was reflecting their tastes. But what McLeavy did is he put together a collection that was essentially a museum collection, and it reflected our national identity, who we were at the time.
All right, well, the auction is next Sunday, so we'll keep across those things and let our viewers know what happens to that Colin McCahon painting. Webb's Director of Art, Charles Neno, thanks for your time this morning.